So the next thing I'm going to do is replace my factory handguard. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and put the upper receiver in this position. That's going to allow you to put good pressure on your delta ring. On the inside of your delta ring is what's called a weld spring, and it's under quite a bit of pressure. So having your upper receiver like this makes it a lot easier to pull that delta ring down. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab onto the delta ring and apply a fair amount of downward force and pop the bottom half of my handguard off. Pull the delta ring down again and pull the top half off of my handguard. So now that I'm ready to install my aftermarket Magpul handguard, I'll go ahead and take the upper part of my handguard and slide that and go ahead and pull the delta ring back. And drop that into place. Then I'll take the lower half of my handguard and pull my delta ring back once again. And good to go. Alright, so at this point I'm ready to attach my upper receiver and my lower receiver together. I want to pop your takedown pin and your pivot pin. Go ahead and line your pivot pin up with your upper receiver and push that in and push your takedown pin in. And the rifle is back in one piece. So now that I have my upgraded furniture on my AR, I'm going to need some optics on there as well. You're going to want to keep in mind when you mount any type of optic of other types of accessories such as backup sights, that's going to play a factor in where your holographic sight or scope sits on your ladder rail. So I know that I'm going to be putting on some backup sights, so I'm going to need a little space right here for those to mount. So I'm going to go ahead and test that out right there to see if I'm going to have room for my backup sights, which it looks like I will. So I'm going to get that nice and hand tight. Go ahead and just tighten it a little bit more. You don't need to crank on it too much. And now I have an EOTech installed. Of course, it'll need to be sighted in. And now I'm ready for some backup sights. I'll throw the rear on first. These are Magpul backup sights. What you're going to want to do is open your charging handle and slide that right over onto the top of your ladder rail. And you have to make sure that you're lined up evenly inside one of the ladder rails, so your sight screw will go on nice and easy. Hand tighten that. Take a screwdriver, tighten it down a little more. Like I said, not too much, but just snug. Now we have a rear backup sight. And now I'm ready for my front backup sight. Same type of thing. Take your screw out and go ahead and slide that on. hand tighten that. Snug it down with the screwdriver. And now you have backup sights front and rear.